Where do you want to correct me?
I want to correct you on two, three issues.
1 minute, Smriti.
To the Commission of Inquiry, an IPS officer by the name of R.B. Srikumar wrote a letter and gave a copy to it to Sanjeev Bhatt on the 28th of December 2011, wherein this senior police officer asked Sanjeev Bhatt as to why he did not depose before the commission when the commission asked him to do so. And in his letter, this senior IPS officer highlighted the fact that Sanjeev Bhatt himself gave 12 intelligence reports to this senior officer, wherein none of the reports that were made by Sanjeev Bhatt himself highlighted any anomaly or any prejudice on behalf of the government of Gujarat. Sanjeev Bhatt has not answered to that letter. 12 intelligence reports made by Sanjeev Bhatt, which were a part of the first affidavit filed by Mr. Srikumar, do not in any way highlight a prejudiced government that did not want to stop.
1 minute, you've not read the report.
It highlighted all the efforts made by the government.
You've not read the report.
It made all the observation. It made all the observation. I'm talking about this letter, which is a fact which has been relayed by the media all over the country, written on the 28th of December 2011. 12 intelligence reports written by Sanjeev Bhatt, none of them accusing the government.
Now 1 sec, you haven't read the report, point number 41, I'm afraid. You haven't read the report because the crux of the charges, Mr. Oza, the crux of the charges, allow me to tell you why I think
just put before you.
Yeah, allow me to explain. You see, the crux of the charges, Mr. Yatin Oza, against Narendra Modi are that he made a statement during the critical meeting of February 22nd asking police officials to allow people to vent their anger. 1 minute. The sections of the law. 1 minute, Smriti, if you allow me to complete. Smriti, I can't. Smriti, please allow me. The sections of the law that Mr. Modi can be held liable as per the amicus deal with this. Doesn't the very fact that the amicus has not discounted Sanjeev Bhatt's claim and even gone on to state the charges, the specific charges under which Mr. Modi can be held liable for making such a statement, prove the fact that Mr. Modi did make a statement that cannot be summarily dismissed and requires further probing? Why would Yatin Oza tell me? No. Why would the amicus curiae go on to specify the 4 charges under which the investigation can be proceeded? Yes, Mr. Oza.
Let first Smriti respond.
Yeah, go on.
Smriti wants to respond. Let her first respond.
No, you respond. You respond. You respond first.
Very well.
But I think Arnab decides who responds.
Yeah.
Look, Arnav, let us be very clear. Whatever was said by Raju Ramachandran in his report, under the directions of the Supreme Court, as Mr. Jayanarayan Vyas rightly said, was to be examined by the seat and seat as examined. I am strictly speaking legally.
Okay.
And after it being examined, every aspect after being examined on Raju Ramachandran's report, a final report is submitted to the court. Now, going by the Supreme Court judgment itself, any grievance with regard to investigation, including points highlighted by Mr. Raju Ramachandran being properly investigated or otherwise, will have to be looked by the magistrate.
Sir, you are repeating the point.
Matter is
you are not arguing specifically. I am afraid you are not arguing. You are repeating the point.
I would like to respond.
Yes, Mukul Sinha is coming in. Mukul Sinha, 1 minute.
No, tell me.
I'll tell you
it is for the IO.
I thought I was next.
1 minute, I'll address.
Anyhow.
I'll address.
Yeah.
Which witness is to be believed, which witness is not to be believed.
I take your
depends
point.
on circumstances of each case.
But a great
and if SIT feels 1 minute, if SIT feels that here is a man who says that I was present on 27th evening at the Honorable Chief Minister's residence.
Take it.
Why did he keep his mouth shut for such a long time?
This point has been made by you before, and a great deal of effort but also made by your government to prove that Sanjeev Bhatt was too junior to be in the Chief Minister's meeting. I know all that. The amicus curiae says
on the face of it, he is a liar. That's what.
Sir, that's all right, but please allow me.
Do all the talking.
His word cannot be looked into. An IAS officer sits tight for 5 years, and when his grudge starts against the government, tries to
Mukul Sinha
take
is responding
vengeful
now.
attitude.
Mukul Sinha is responding from Kolkata.
Why,
Mukul Sinha.
why did he keep silence for 5 years?
That point has also been made before, but
Arnab,
Mukul Sinha can respond.
Can I
Mukul Sinha.
intervene?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if Mr. Yatin Oza and all other friends of BJP has come to this conclusion that as per the Supreme Court's order, the amicus curiae opinion had to be looked into the SIT and then the report had to be filed, then I ask a simple question which any simple criminal lawyer would do, that why did the SIT then not file a report under section 169 saying that the Chief Minister is not guilty? Because then the section would immediately change. If SIT comes to the conclusion after taking into the account of the amicus curiae's report, then he can. So therefore, there is the catch, that the SIT itself is not clear as to
Sir, you tell me, sir, you are looking at it selectively. Let me on the other side ask you, or rather,
May I answer? May I answer?
No,
Answer.
I am asking a legal question. There is nothing selective about law. The question.
Sir, there are enough legal points on both
sides. I will answer.
It has to be
I will answer,
please
Mr.
let me
Sinha.
complete.
There
If there has to be a report, it has to be under 169
Sir,
and not under section 172. Now that is what.
sir, you believe in the amicus curiae report?
SIT has not.
Sir, do
given
you
a
believe or
clean
not
sheet
believe in the
itself.
amicus curiae report? Mr. Sinha, you believe or don't believe the amicus curiae report?
I have already said that I think the question itself is very wrongly posed.
Why?
It is not an issue of my belief or non-belief. The question, because it is ultimately it is the court that has to take a decision.
but
on the
at the
evidence
same
which has come on
time,
the record. Amicus has given an opinion.
At the same time, a lot of the ammunition against Narendra Modi, a lot of the ammunition against Narendra Modi was
Narendra Modi is guilty irrespective of what amicus curiae has
Sir, a
said.
lot of the ammunition against Narendra Modi was on the basis of the Harin Pandya and R.B. Srikumar statements. You have yourself quoted it on several discussions on Times Now. The amicus curiae agrees with the SIT
sorry,
report over the non-admissibility of their statements. Both statements were
Mr.
key accounts
Sinha?
to nail Modi. So doesn't it blunt the opposition attack on Modi?
I have never ever
Mr.
said.
Sinha is not going to agree on any report unless that report names Mr. Narendra Modi. Till then, every report from every quarter.
Is there a smoking gun in this report?
Is
there a smoking gun in this
You may
report?
be
That's
right,
my question
Mr.
tonight.
Yatinoza, because there is so much of evidence against this Chief Minister, it is difficult to believe, and that's why I started by my opening statement was this, that this is one report after it has come in public domain.
Smithy.
Please see the report carefully and don't get
there a smoking gun?
only on Mr. Modi.
Is there
because this report has completely curtailed the entire scope of the
This is so
inquiry.
interesting tonight. You see, at least on this channel, we are getting a perspective on both sides. The fact of the matter is, this report is neither this way nor that. And if there's a smoking gun, there's a smoking gun on both sides, not just one. Smriti Irani. Then I'm coming to Kumar Ketkar. Smriti.
Thank you, Arnab. I think that the brilliant lawyer Mr. Sinha is, he's mastered the art of contradicting himself very beautifully. Tonight, while you asked him that the amicus curiae gives Mr. Modi a clean sheet in terms of him controlling the riots, Mr. Sinha does not want to accept that part of the report. In fact, he says that the amicus curiae report is not significant enough because the amicus curiae does not have investigating power, unlike the SIT constituted by the Supreme Court, which now for Mr. Sinha has become unacceptable. May I, Mr. Sinha, I think you can roll back and see yourself on the repeat tonight, and you can see that sentence of it. Sir, I might not be a legal like you, but at least I know my English. So you can rewind the tape or see the telecast tonight again and know what you said. I think that when it comes to Sanjeev Bhatt, 2-3 issues need to be highlighted.
Opening statement of yours.
Sir, can I finish?
Okay, let him finish, Mr. Sinha.
My statement is a statement of fact. Mr. Sanjeev Bhatt has proclaimed that he left the meeting at 10:45 p.m. whereas Rahul Sharma's evidence, which was procured by the SIT, clearly state that Mr. Sanjeev Bhatt's phone records state that he was in the Vastrapur, Ahmedabad area at 10:35. So unless Mr. Bhatt has got this power of suddenly appearing somewhere with the grace of God, I don't think it is possible for a man to be present 40 kilometers away in a span of 10 minutes. Another thing that needs to be highlighted is Mr. Sanjeev Bhatt said that such a statement, this allegation that he makes against the Chief Minister was made at the conclusion of the meeting, but Mr. Bhatt also states that he left in the middle of the meeting. So when a man himself proclaims that he left the meeting in the middle of the meeting, I did not stay till the end, when the alleged statement was made, don't you see the contradiction? And the biggest contradiction of all, three probes have already happened. Under the Honorable Supreme Court, investigation has happened.
Mr.
You want
Tanvi
another one?
Jaffrey.
Be my guest.
Mr. Tanvi
But
Jaffrey.
what needs to be also said, that meeting which Mr. Sanjeev Bhatt proclaimed started at 11
Smriti.
and he left at 10:45.
Smriti, here Tanvi Jaffrey. Then we have committee.
Arnib,
Yeah, go on.
this what's
I hope I am allowed to answer or respond to Mr. Jaffrey.
Mr. Jaffrey, go on.
Yeah, see what she is talking about is what happened the next day on 28th also. Mr. Sanjeev Bhatt had been to office of Chief Minister on 20th also, and this timings what she is talking about is that particular day, not of the 27th.
Are you witness
please
to
check
Mr.
that
Sanjeev
report.
Bhatt movement, sir?
And let me tell you regarding the evidences of Sri R.B. Kumar, the amicus curiae report itself very clearly talks about that if there is sufficient evidence, then also the judge has to take into account. It is not that it has to be a very strong evidence. Sufficient evidence which indicates towards the crime committed by the Chief Minister and his cabinet colleague, then also it is taken into account.
Does this implicate Narendra Modi? You have an election coming up later this year. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
Yes,
coming
it
to
implicates.
You think this is ammo for the elections? You think this ammunition for the elections?
You are asking me, Arnab?
I'm asking you your view, then I get to Kumar Ketkar. Do you think this ammunition for the elections, Mr. Ketkar?
Yes, this is ammunition for elections, and unfortunately all this debate is finally going to help Narendra Modi rather than damn him, because all the debate in fact creates an impression that he is being targeted and he is being witch hunted. I think therefore it is an ammunition for election, and I want to clear Smriti's impression that I did
totally disagree with that.
Smriti, I did not
It may help him or not a separate thing. It may help him or not is a separate thing. We are fighting a case against him in a court of law.
Sure.
And we
You have
believe
your right.
Unfortunately,
we are not saying what is the effect of this on other areas.
Oh, Smriti,
Arnab,
Kumar Ketkar,
only one thing.
Please, one last answer.
Smriti, only one thing. I did not say that perceptions lead to truth.
Yeah.
I merely said there were so many inconsistencies about the same reports by different people, and BJP defends on particular report and BJP does not comment on another report. These are matters of perception. Even Prime Minister Vajpayee had based his remarks on the basis of perception. He had not gone to Gujarat personally.
I have 1 minute.
Then let me answer that.
1 minute left.
Mr. Vajpayee had demanded Narendra Modi's resignation in 2002. He had demanded next day.
Mr. Ketkar, you are reminding me of Mr. Vajpayee's statement. I beg of you tonight, after this show, go on YouTube and play that clip again. Mr. Vajpayee said, Raj Dharm ka palan wo kar rahe hain. You selectively have amnesia about that one statement because you know it absorbs Narendra Modi. Let me say this. If you say that this is a matter of perception, tell me why, sir. Would you rather agree with the perception Teesta Setalwad has, which is based on allegations, but not believe the truth, which is based on hardcore evidence?
But I said you are also dealing with perception. You are not dealing with facts. Otherwise, you would have accepted some facts.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
So what I am saying is not perception leads to truth. I did not say perception leads to truth. I am saying you are also defending on the basis of perception.
That question tonight is on your screen. Is the fight for and against Narendra Modi? Is the fight for and against Narendra Modi as much for public perception as it is a legal fight? Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a great debate. Let our viewer decide. We'll follow this up and we'll call you back on the News Hour when the story builds up next. Thank you very much to all my participants for that News Hour debate.